Pod leader.
Working models who are working.
Captions crunch.
Pod leader.
Conspiracy theory. Top model math.
Pod leader.
That's not very elder.
Tall. Too small.
So nice to wear.
I guess. Hey, and welcome to Pod Leadum. That's Top Model Podcast spelled backwards. I'm Alexander Price, and that's what it is. It's discrimination.
I'm Hannah Jane Ginsburg, and I have no idea why all the girls in my house are so sexual.
And I'm JDB Crump, and will you dance for us? Ours kind of went together, Hannah.
Yeah.
We're, of course, talking about Cycle 11, Episode 2, The Ladder of Model Success, or the girl who announces her urinary needs.
Very good. Very well done.
Mm-hmm. I had one as well. I had the girl who is sorry you feel that way.
Oh.
I know, I picked the cringiest titles. But we have some very special people who are climbing our personal Pod Leadum ladder of success because they are supporting us on Anchor.fm. And we're so excited to welcome new people to the fold. Today we are celebrating Jenna and Heidi Not Klum.
Heidi Not Klum.
Heidi Not Klum.
I love people that get real creative with their names.
Oh, I love it.
And also Jenna, classic top model name.
I want to know who you aren't.
Hannah, you'd be the best interviewer. Just like, hi, this is Hannah Jane Ginsburg, and I'm with Who Aren't You? Great.
Welcome to Who Aren't You? I'm Hannah Jane Ginsburg. I'm not from Alaska.
And if you would like to support us, you can if you go to anchor.fm/podleadum.
Yes, thank you so much. Upcoming, we all got on the list. Thank you for those who sent it to us. We are all three in the exclusive VIP lounge of Smize Cream.
Don't know what that means.
And I can't believe that, we're definitely obviously going to do a bonus episode on Smize Cream.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. We might have to do a 2-part because there's also some investigation about this product.
I was going to say, I was coming into this. I was telling Alexander and Hannah, this is going to be a 10-minute bonus episode. We're going to have it. We're going to taste it. We're going to give our thoughts. We're going to be like, yum or no.
No.
And then done. And then I don't want to talk about it now, but who knew just what a journey Smize Cream would have gone on?
This is going to be our serial. This is going to be our investigative journalism.
Yes.
Pod Leadum offshoot.
I didn't register that as the podcast serial. And I thought this is going to be our serial. And I was like,
every morning.
It's in a bowl. Sure.
So, previously on, I don't believe that Nikisha had attitude issues, Tyra.
They couldn't even find a clip to support that.
Just Paulina nodding so slowly.
Agreeing with the previously on.
Mm-hmm.
I did like, and I feel like you'll like them too, because I know you love the silliness that can come with previously on's, the punniness.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that they said in full top model stupidness that they took a fierce stand on getting out to vote. Also not getting out the vote.
The vote. The vote.
Let's get
Tyra.
out to vote.
Let's do it. Also, you know what they should have shown? Some of them registering. They said they were going to do that, and I just realized they probably tacked that on in post, and they did not actually register anyone to vote.
Correct.
But you know what we have to talk about now? New opening.
I forgot how new this opening was. That they even re-recorded the Tyra parts.
Well, we got rid of Do You Want to Be on Top? Mm-hmm.
But Tyra is the director now.
Yeah, she's not the madam of the whorehouse.
Can I just say, I wanted her to be every role on set. So, like, she's got her director hair, but then I really wanted it. There's this moment where an unseen hand comes forward with a makeup brush while she's doing a no. And I really wanted the camera to swing over and also have the makeup artist be Tyra.
I have Tyra yelling at Tyra the PA because I want to talk for a while about the moment of Tyra's face right in some assistant's face, and she claps and then points, and I was like, why is it so rude? Why is Tyra mean in the intro?
I think my favorite part is when she just waves the hairdryer in front of her face.
You guys are both mean because my favorite part is when she's in the room and in the production room, she's like, roll the tape.
Play it back.
Charades.
Movie, 3 words.
Also, look, Tyra's stacked. She's always been stacked. It's
Yep.
what she's known for. Sports Illustrated swimsuit
They're good and
edition
round,
model.
baby.
These were the goodest and the roundest. They were like she was purposely flopping them around in that outfit, and
Yes.
it was distracting.
Okay. Do we think this is the same? They had this footage from the last year and then just made it.
I feel like they definitely had the location again. The location looked so similar. I mean, I know it's just like a warehouse.
Sure. It's Sugar Pill or whatever Jackbox Studios they're at.
But here's my question. Was there a theme for this cycle? And was that theme Coachella headbands?
Yes, it was.
Also,
Yes, it was.
they will always tell a girl in panel to take off a headband. And
How
yet,
dare they?
And yet about 8 of them get the worst head, like the
The
thinnest,
cheapest
Oh
headband.
my god.
most friendship bracelet of headband.
The remnant
Fucking
cord of the
icing.
fabric store.
Yes.
There's, I think Annalie's the first one that in the order of the opening that doesn't have the headband, and I was
Yes.
like, how did Annalie get away from that headband? She seems like the most ready to be headbanded.
She is clearly the headband girl in this house.
Did it seem like the opening song, so that we could see more Tyra, was extended? Like, this seems longer. It just sounded like they were going bum, 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 bum,
I
bum.
almost thought you were going into ba 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 da da da, like the Mission
It
Impossible
basically
theme
becomes
song.
a jock. It becomes a jock jam at some point. Okay. Lauren breathes first. She now comes with eyebrows, but is giving the deadest fish. Isis also very sad. There's like a weird sadness. Like they were told some sad direction.
Yeah, everyone's either come hither or I just saw the worst train wreck. Like I just drove by something sad. Like everyone's looking out a window. Like I feel like McKee literally like has a tiny window next to her and she's like, "What's that?"
It's a tiny window because her hair is so fucking big.
Maybe they're just all reacting to the headbands, and that's why Annalie is the only one who looks happy.
Maybe. Nikisha looked like a fortune teller.
Yes, she did.
She fully got I'm a mom and the PTA's putting on a carnival. And
Yes.
I'm gonna read everyone's cards and tell them who their boyfriend is. Or you know those little like paper fortune tellers you
Uh-huh.
make? That's what
Food
I want
catchers.
Nikisha to have. Marjorie looks great. Marjorie, when she does that side profile
Yes.
moment.
But you cannot tell me her eye makeup didn't look like sperm on her face.
That's why she's turning to the side. It's getting in her eye. And she's like, ugh.
Jocelyn was living her best life as the disco lady.
She
Jocelyn
did.
will always live her best life.
Also, okay, this sounds so stupid. Does Jocelyn read disco? And I mean that like,
Yes.
does she have disco energy?
Yes.
I think
100.
she does. And
Yeah.
I've never described a person as having disco energy.
And you can't tell what Sharon's energy is because she's so far away. She's in the like bleachers.
The warehouse bleachers.
Yes.
There's something really odd about, since they have these double episode premieres, the fact that, I mean, deservedly so, she made it on the show, but it's weird to have Sharon in the opening, but she's
Not
never
in the
both in
fade.
the opening and in the show.
Yeah. Clark also gets the full villain at the very end. And she's also an out of place Coachella girl because it was like Coachella girl, Coachella girl, Coachella girl. Glamorous 2 poses. Clark at the end with the little beaded headband.
Clark's face does have the energy of, I just tied someone to the railroad tracks.
I'm not gonna lie, I did miss our like wedding veil S&M more than I thought I would.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, in terms of themes, comparing the two with this intro, I definitely prefer that.
Yeah.
This felt so underrealized. Now, I also understand that it was the poster that they used.
Sure.
You just take it all the way, and Tyra is playing each of the contestants in the opening credits.
She does decent impressions sometimes.
Slap on different wigs.
Also, we no longer get the Tyra bubble out. We instead get Jedi lightsaber windshield wiper.
Yeah, as if Tyra thought that was a TV thing that happened.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you say and cut.
Yes.
So the girls get back to the house, and who remembered that there were quotes on these pictures?
Here's my hard pitch. Should we each, since I think there'll always be at least 3, should we all have to come up with alt words or alt phrases for the digital art? Because this is the quote unquote digital art that basically is replacing
digital art.
Digital art.
It replaces the Tyra mail screen throughout the week, which isn't a bad way to utilize it.
No, it does
We're
not.
gonna need to talk about the Tyra mail screen.
Yeah, it does not.
Does it? It's not the same screen?
No.
No. Oh, you mean like the screen itself?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like it's the same screen that also ends up displaying their Tyra mail.
Sure. My husband pointed out a real good point, though. You know how they've made the whole fucking EcoBus thing such a big deal?
Yeah.
That giant screen is on 24/7 and uses so much electricity.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Wait, Alexander, are you accusing Top Model of not actually understanding how to make an ecologically friendly house? Because how dare
come at me.
they stopped a generation from smoking.
Brought back those weird statues from Italy. One of them comes to life at night and just runs on the treadmill, thus powering the Top Model screen.
I mean, given how much Marjorie has the energy of a gerbil, I wouldn't be surprised if Marjorie at night was powering that wheel.
Why did they decide Marjorie was the narrator? That was not the choice.
I do think she gives a very different take on Talking Heads. Now, her digital art, so they're going to get quotes, which is fully unnecessary. And you would think that perhaps they were quotes that we heard in the previous episode.
No.
But you would be bamboozled because it just says intelligent, divine, marvelous, which fine. Those are general things I feel like you could say about most photos. Also, intelligent?
How is that photo intelligent?
I
I mean, I know what Hannah's word's going to be. Creep.
Sneakster.
Also, how do you not take the opportunity and just say marvelous?
Marvelous.
We're just better at this show at this point than the show is.
Come on.
Because Hannah, that's brilliant. You know what that is? Intelligent, divine,
Marvelous.
I loved this whole episode, by the way. I got in the Nikisha train and I rode it to heaven. Nikisha, I love this entire episode. Gonna put it right there because I love that she clocks Tyra so hard that Tyra should have exploded wherever she was. Because when she was like, yeah, Tyra's basically telling me, I don't want to hear you talk. I want to talk. I'm like,
I was shocked they left that in.
Where is the lie?
I think that maybe wrong-mindedly the editors were like, see, we'll show Nikisha being anti-Tyra. And
Yep.
no, that will make endeared me hard.
What is this confessional backdrop that they gave her that looks like a hard close on a red leather chair?
We get real loose and goosey with these confessional backgrounds.
You're right. It's the least specific that I think the background's ever been. Like, it doesn't look like anything really.
No.
Miss the days at the panty wall.
Never thought I'd hear those words out of your mouth, but you're right.
Talking about the Tyra mail.
Oh my
I
god.
did not like this happy orgasm mail Tyra.
But that's not even what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the first screen that comes up that says Tyra mail. Because what is that? I had to pause and take a moment and make a detailed mind picture. I couldn't tell what it was. I think it might be a postcard on further examination that says Tyra mail on the front.
Oh,
But it has an outline of, the American bald eagle,
yeah.
like how you get that on every piece of official mail that you receive in the United States, that has like holes punched out around the outlet. What is this? Who made this? What is it supposed to be?
I do think you're right that it's meant to be the picture side of a postcard. And then obviously the flip side with the text is the side where you would write a note. Like, that makes sense to me. And that's mail themed, but you're correct that it doesn't look like any postcard ever. And also, how do you mess up postcard?
No.
It's the most simple thing.
Like, I don't understand how they messed that up so hard.
It's because they realized that a postcard is the two sides are picture, flip, writing, and like address, like official
Right.
stuff. Where
Mhm.
they went, well, we need Tyra's face there the whole time. So we can't have the like writing stuff. So instead, what we're going to do is have the mail side and the text side on different sides of the postcard, which then doesn't read postcard at all.
And also, the biggest sin from a production standpoint is how bad the screen looks when it's being filmed.
Oh my god. It's impossible to look at.
It does that strobe effect.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like the Ring Girl's about to come out of it.
Exactly what I was going to say.
It's wild. I love that they're not saying it in unison anymore.
Oh,
That- you know what?
God.
They have this group finds the perfect medium, which is one person reads the whole thing, everyone together
So-
says love
Tyra."
Tyra. Perfect.
We have a lot of good readers in this house, too.
Yeah.
I was impressed.
Mm-hmm.
Who says, I don't think we ever see, but someone after they read the Tyra mail says, now we can all go to sleep, please.
Oh, I think it was Clark. At least one of the two. Like one of the two. I think it was two different people. Like one
Hmm.
responded, please.
Mhm.
But yeah, I love that energy of like maybe this Tyra mail. They were like, yeah, the Tyra mail's about to come, but like it was not working. And then they just sat there for like hours waiting
Well,
for Tyra
it's because
mail.
they put digital art up.
You can't rush art, even digital art.
Honk honk. Why did we need these horns?
I thought when you said honk honk like that, I thought you were about to quote Jocelyn because that, your honks kind of sound like her voice. And we transition with just Jocelyn giving ADR of bend over backwards to be a top model. When did she say this?
Did she also lead the random elevator cheer that happens for no reason?
How could you tell? Because we're looking up an elevator shaft for some reason. What are the camera angles?
Like, the girls all get in, and then the camera operator is like, you fit me too, and just like shoves in and points the camera up, and they decided to use it.
We just didn't need, we'd understand the transition of elevator. We didn't need it.
I am glad that Betty Ninja is here.
I just love someone who can make an entrance even though they are already in the room,
Yes.
which is exactly what Betty Ninja does.
That's a good point. Also, there's a lot of times that when Samantha does something, every time she does it, I'm like, yeah, that fits.
Frickin' Samantha, you mean? Her name
Wait,
is
when
Frickin'
she says
Samantha.
Frickin'. It is I was like, yeah, of course you do.
Frickin'
Absolutely.
Samantha.
You say frickin'.
Freaking cool. So
Oh.
freaking cool.
Love it. Also, for once, we got a good reveal of I didn't actually know that someone was going to be there and they were there the whole time.
I would go even further. We got the first good reveal of someone in a box.
Mr. J wishes.
Wishes.
But it made me concerned because I was like, how long does she have to do that?
You didn't see it, Hannah, but there was a little plate of snacks right in front of her that she got to eat from the entire time.
Rotisserie chicken under the box.
And I did agree with Sheena when she said I was not expecting a woman to be inside it.
You never do.
And this is Brie in a box. What was her last name? Her first name was Brie.
Oh, okay. I know that it was exactly what Hannah just said, but I have a story about this and this makes sense. Okay. So when I lived in LA, my GPS had you can like change the accent of the voice. I decided for fun to have my voice set as an Australian person, Australian accent. I had a friend that lived off of Robertson Boulevard. Every time I went to his house, it said, take the next left on Robertson Boulevard. And I was like, Robertson is not, you don't have to accent it like that.
Brie Robertson, yes.
Brie Robertson, model and contortionist. Now she's Irish.
She's from Australia. She's a model. She's an entertainer. And she travels the world for her ability in extreme posing.
And Hannah gasped at that. And all I could think is like, oh, they don't have flexibility in Alaska. So the next thing that I remember happening is them kind of just generally asking who's flexible.
Yes.
And
Correct.
the group collectively goes, Sheena. And Sheena rises up to demonstrate.
And
And they love
y'all,
her.
she is so flexible. Tyra wishes.
Like, her bones are made of goo. There is something so shady, though, they cut to a talking head of Nikisha. And Nikisha's like, just for some reason was asked about Sheena, I guess, and she goes, she's trying to tone, she means her sexuality. She's trying to tone that down and she's struggling with that. And they cut right to Sheena shooting a laser out of her vagina, full leg up. And I was like, mean.
I wish that we had gotten some more explanation for this lesson.
Are you talking about fabric tubes?
I'm talking about fabric tubes. What is this? How is this a demonstration of flexibility? We want you to prove how flexible you are by constricting you as much as possible.
I first thought, okay, this is interesting because they don't have to hold their own weight. That was my first thought. I was like, oh, it's all about like, let's just get you as like loosey-goosey possible, right? You don't have to worry about balance or holding yourself up. But then, of course, no one does that because that's terrifying to just let the fabric hold you.
Yeah.
And also, but then when Benny Ninja's like, but don't forget your face. And I'm like, oh, well, now I thought the fashion tube was also like, don't worry about your face.
Yeah, me too. And I also thought when he started saying that, I was like, oh, wait, are we about to take photos of them in this? And then we're going to judge a photo? No, not at all, really.
And of course, when the challenge comes later, it has, this whole thing is a trap. It's your classic top model trap.
Absolutely.
Nikisha getting trapped in that fabric tube, though, was...
Her whole interaction with Benny Ninja, I wrote it down just because, out of context, it is a perfect interaction.
Huh?
You look like you got gas. I like you. Better go home and practice.
But that really sums up Nikisha.
Oh, I like you. You're fun. Like, yeah, it's so
Oh my God,
funny.
you're so hot. Hey.
Thank you for you.
About Hannah, they say she was putting her effort forward, but it wasn't what I was looking for. And there's something, again, I love everyone on Top Model gets this mind disease of transposing words in the wrong order. And it's put effort forth or putting forth effort, not putting effort forward. It's so funny. The next thing that I wrote is, I love it when a top model half guesses the most obvious thing that could happen. And Lauren Bree says, the first thing that comes to my mind is posing. So we'll have to see. Yeah, the next thing probably will be posing, but also you will have to see.
It's so basic, it feels like a read.
Yes. Well, as Jocelyn says, did you learn your lesson? Liaison.
I wrote down Leyson. Because that's how I say lesson.
Lesson.
My accent comes out stronger after watching Jocelyn. Jocelyn, like, God help us when we get to Laura in Cycle 13, y'all. I'm going to become just full Boomhauer from King of the Hill at some point.
But now it's swim time and truth or dare.
See, now we get to the section of the episode that I call Alexander was right.
Yeah.
Because looking back, a week ago, JW and I both made a concerted effort to give Hannah from Alaska the benefit of the doubt.
Oh, so many bennies we gave her.
And we were wrong.
Hannah, our mind has become one because I wrote the note. I guess me and Hannah should apologize to Alexander.
Oh, and it just gets worse and worse and worse.
Let's
start
talk
with the
about
good
Sheena.
good-
Let's talk about good Sheena first.
Thank
Just
you.
a palate cleanse.
Thank you.
Cleanse. I love that Sheena immediately does two things. She picks Dare because obviously.
Of course.
Yep.
And then she goes, no nudity though. No.
She's so
Sheena has
smart.
played Truth or Dare before.
She's also
Yes.
watched this show before.
Mm-hmm.
Then horny ass Alina's still like, okay, but will you dance for us? Dance for us. She is
Somewhere in the distance, Stacey Ann.
Also,
Also,
Sheena
fucking hates Mr. J.
calls out Mr. J. Thank you. She is already so aware of what has happened. And she was like, Mr. J put out into the universe, Hoochie. I am not Hoochie. This is a narrative that he has created for me. And I love that the editors are just letting people call out people.
Did we need more Alina and Clark content? I would say no.
I literally have the note. oh God, we're still doing this.
I mean, you know what's kind of funny is they almost use Clark as this
Anti-Hannah?
This anti-Hannah. And I was like, wait, are we creating a spectrum for just this episode where Clark is the open-minded one? Because, wow, top model, strong. But here's the thing. You get a girl-on-girl kiss in top model, they're going to show it.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to show
Forever.
it. Yeah. Forever. Just the rest of the episode.
Yes.
Now we have to wade into the chilly waters of Alaska. Alaska apparently doesn't have sex or sexuality. Thank you, Hannah.
Mhm.
And what was cut out of this section?
Yes.
Yeah, something worse. I mean, this was not good. This was not good.
No. But we see Isis. They're all in the hot tub, and Isis is like backing up, and it looks like she's just literally like going back to like sit down or something.
Find a seat.
Or just
Find a seat.
floating.
Yeah. And Hannah puts her hands out, and it's a very gentle push. But I feel like, from what is said later, that more happened here, and that gentle push was not the push that we're end up having to talk about.
There's also some kind of reference to dancing.
That's
People
what I mean.
Dancing on other people that we see no evidence
Yeah,
of.
Hannah said something about people dancing up on her. And I was like, that's not what we saw at all. And to be clear, even this gentle push was pretty rude.
I
Pretty
agree.
rude.
I agree that it is rude. I'm just saying, from what we are told, and I'm talking about not what Hannah's told. I'm talking about what like Sheena and Jocelyn and Brittany are angry about. Seems like it wasn't this like don't be next to me, which I also thought was rude, because she could have just been like, oh, hey, kind of a thing. Even like back up, or like even a one hand, like, oh, I'm here.
Oh, yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
Just put your hands up so that
Up.
Isis feels it on her back and is like, oh, there's a person.
Not shove.
Yeah, that's, ooh.
And then Hannah's interpretation of this event is what's important is that Isis is just learning my boundaries.
I would like to point out, when Hannah's talking about her boundaries and she doesn't want anyone next to her, she is crushed by two other people.
Yep.
Yeah, this is a crowded jacuzzi already. So what are the boundaries here? Now, this goes into a couple of interesting conversations. Kind of the best one in terms of, not in terms of Hannah, because none of these are good in terms of Hannah. But I like the way Sheena and Brittany expressed their frustrations at Hannah.
I thought Sheena started a very healthy dialogue.
Yeah.
So calmly, so generous to Hannah too. And Brittany here also, I think, is talking about it in a specifically from a Black context.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So Hannah says, well, my thing is, I'm just a stereotypical white person. I don't like rap. I'm quiet.
Loud.
I'm
I
not,
don't-
that's the thing, is I don't go into a room and just yell.
And then I was like, well, you clearly didn't grow up in Southern California, because that was every white person I went to high school with. But also, like, this idea of, oh, you're not saying you're stereotypically white. You're saying you are not Black,
Mm-hmm.
is what her definition is. And when Sheena and Brittany call her out on it, she immediately starts crying and says that they're trying to get a reaction out of her by being the kindest that they ever could be.
Yeah, this is also the gentlest call out in like the history of call outs, where they're
Jesus
letting her know
Christ.
you aren't understanding how you're coming across, and this
Yeah.
could come across offensively to some people. So just think about how people are going to receive what you're putting out.
It's kind of the, we're looking at stuff always from our current lens. And I'm like, this is kind of this so far is one of the most important conversations I want people to see, because this is, as a white person, when you're called out for racist, homophobic, transphobic behavior, whatever. Obviously, I said as a white person for the racist part, but a straight person too for all that other stuff. That, like, this is the reaction you should not have, because no one was attacking Hannah.
No.
They were just saying, this is how this is coming across, and we want to let you know that that is not okay, because that is offensive to us. I also got to say, Brittany can do a multiple snap so well. In her
So
talking
well.
head, when she was like, just because I'm Black doesn't mean I just go around like this. And she does these snaps in the perfect, like, 4 places on screen. And I was like, Brittany, I know you're saying you don't walk around like that, but you really could. You could really sell those snaps, Brittany.
So then we're introduced to Phoenix Force Tyra.
God, that was a specific reference, but so accurate.
Well, and we have a conversation with, A strange group if you consider one person. Nikisha, Brittany, Sheena, Jocelyn, and Lauren Bree are having a conversation. But you know what?
No, Lauren Bree was in the room.
Well, we know she doesn't speak. And in this one case, it's very wise that she wasn't speaking.
I was going to say, maybe she just was there when this conversation started happening, but also I kind of appreciated that she was there and didn't say a word on the matter. And I'm like, again, good for people to see this.
Lauren Bree might be the only fully non-toxic white person in this episode.
Yeah, because there even is a couple people that take a break from the cool table.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, absolutely. And Nikisha puts it really well, I think. It's okay to say that something makes you uncomfortable. Like, which Nikisha seemed to be referencing the fact that Hannah got uncomfortable with dancing and sexuality and all the stuff. It's okay to, like, say that. That's perfectly fine. It's when she started making racist remarks that it crossed a line.
And pushing and putting hands on her.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Can I just say, is it okay for me to say that I'm made uncomfortable by the disgusting rug they're sitting on?
Yes.
It's like strips of rawhide tied together.
This rug is gross.
These houses get so nasty so quickly. It's so funny. Good Anna Lee moment.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I'll say more than good. Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Which is Isis starts discussing that she is taking hormones, shots specifically.
Yeah.
And Annalie was like, "Oh, do you need help?" Isis just approaches her, and Annalie, I love that response. It's like, "Oh, do you need help with it?" And mostly Annalie's just there to be supportive and also distract Isis as she is taking these shots
in the most Annalie way.
Actually, she does a good chicken. A good
chicken.
The part I loved the most was at the end of it. Annalie was like, "Thank you for trusting me to do that. Thank you for letting me be part of this experience." I was like, what a fantastic representation of how you should from start to finish. I felt like she handled that so well.
Especially because she said, "I take it as a compliment. Thank you so much," to Isis and not in a talking head.
Yes. That's what I loved what she took from it. It had nothing to do with like, "Oh, well, I'm great." It was like, wow, I'm glad I'm putting out energy that you felt so comfortable to come and ask me that.
With something so incredibly personal.
Yeah.
Now it's time to take a trip to the suburban black box theater.
Okay. I know where this theater is.
Do you?
Yeah, it's Sacred Fools Theater. It's under a freeway. It's not my favorite theater.
Sacred Fools is a strong name choice.
Yeah.
If you were going to look for a sacred fool, you would look under a freeway.
You know, the original title of Charmed was Sacred Fools.
I was so flabbergasted, but before we even get to this whole thing, which I'm going to go on a fucking rant about,
Ooh.
The distance between the Tyra mail announcing this and the challenge, there was so much that happened. I forgot that we had a Tyra mail telling them to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially since I was like, why not use that Lauren Bree quote here?
Now, so we head in to this black box where Benny Ninja introduces the quote, multi-talented Tarina Tarantino. Now, I am convinced Tarina Tarantino is a fake name, but also Tarina Tarantino, I decided to go look at her Wikipedia entry.
Oh, I did too.
Oh, good. Did you also get the feeling that she wrote it?
Oh, yes.
Please regale me, you two.
Here's what I will give to Tarina Tarantino. She has been in business since the 90s.
Sure.
Good for her. She has seemed to make a successful career out of being high-end Hot Topic.
Yes.
That's a good way to describe this. Chunky jewelry.
Has collaborated both with Mattel and Hello Kitty.
Uh-huh.
Makes a lot of sense for both of those.
Yep.
Okay. Now I'll go into the bad parts.
Yes.
She describes having a pretty cult-like following here in LA. She said, born in 1969, brave. She said her age. She's 39 here. She began making jewelry at age 3 out of plastic and other materials. So did everyone.
Also, it feels like you continued to do that. I feel like that's just what you're doing now.
Well, she then went to, after graduating high school, dig it, Tyra, she moved to Paris where she worked as a fashion model. No evidence. She became a makeup artist, and then she often wore her self-designed jewelry and found people bought them right off her body.
This was my favorite part of the entry.
This is my favorite part from the entry. Then in the next section, it says Tarina Tarantino, parentheses company. So in 1995, that is not how a Wikipedia entry should start. So in 1995.
Wait, that's how it starts? That's like
Yes.
the first
Yes.
sentence?
So in 1995,
There I was. Serena in the big city.
she and Alfonso Campos opened a self-titled design business, Tarina Tarantino.
That's who Alfonso is. Okay,
Yeah.
interesting.
See, this is a love story about people financing each other's useless dreams.
Okay, then she lies in her filmography section because she says in 2003 and 2008 she was involved with America's Next Top Model. Where in 2003 were you?
Maybe it's just behind the scenes.
Or was it that trap table of the fedora? That's the only thing I can come up with.
It's a Tarina trap?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what would be a really good, like, escape artist villain name? Trapina.
Trapina.
Maybe she's a trapeze artist.
I went to this Wikipedia page because I assumed this was like that situation where Madonna's brother became an interior designer. I
Yep.
was like, is this Quentin Tarantino's like cousin?
That's what I thought too.
It's a really specific name.
But no mention of
No.
another Tarantino. So
Also, JW, how much do you think her necklaces range from?
Is it the Alina Star one? Because that's the one I like best.
Okay, her necklaces range from $38 to
Okay.
$675.
Oh, no, thank you. Oh, that means that 38 one is like a string with a bead, right?
Oh, for sure.
Correct.
Also, when they showed her headshot and then she came out right after, I was like, who you fooling? That headshot.
Oh, we've all presented a headshot to something that's 10 years old, it's like 10 years younger than us.
I did love her describing the prize for winning the challenge that we're about to have as a handbag full of sparkling jewelry.
And accessories. Before we move off of Tarina Tarantino, is she a villain for Totina's Pizza Rolls?
Ooh.
You know what, though? After all this, and this comes more later, I found her to be a pretty decent judge.
I liked her so much on the panel.
In panel,
yes.
yes.
As
Here,
if
not
she-
so much.
As if she got coached in between. I was like, this is a different. Are you twins? Is this
Well,
is
that's
there
my
a
other
Tia
theory.
and a Tarina?
That's
What
my
is
other
this?
theory. Multiple people play Tarina Tarantino, and that's why she wears that hat. And by hat, I mean pink wig.
Yes, absolutely.
I feel like
What-
she was coached for this challenge to take
Meaner.
it with
Disgusted?
personally. To
Yeah.
take it too personally.
Also, I don't think anyone told her what they were just taught.
No.
Because Benny Ninja says the model who uses the pieces in the most innovative way will win. Posing from what you practiced yesterday.
Which what they did yesterday was so extreme, and that was clearly not what Tarina wanted, based
No.
on the eventual
No!
winner. We're introduced to a three-named posse:
Uh,
Melissa, Alfonso from Wikipedia,
Uh-huh.
and Paz.
Pause.
Pause? Would it be pronounced pause?
Yeah, it means
I love.
peace.
Oh, nice. So what they're going to do is there is a very loungy Chase Lounge fainting couch, tons of purses, including some cute little ones. I did like the little ones. And then just, again, chunky jewelry. There's a chandelier, which becomes important later.
At least 3 tiny top hats.
So
Mhm.
many.
And they're just supposed to one at a they get to watch each other, which I think is interesting.
Mhm.
And then they come one at a time and just kind of I think they have to settle on one final pose, because sometimes Tarina someone gives the feedback of, is that your pose? Which is interesting. Again, something that felt like it needed to be photographed and yet wasn't.
Yeah. Also, we do so much cutting back to Tarina Tarantino's face to being like, ugh, huh?
I
What?
do love her referring to all of the girls using their toes to
Yeah.
hang tiny purses off of as it became a problem.
You know what was a problem? People taking their shoes off. We needed to keep our shoes on, ladies. We're in a theater that has not been swept.
Take your shoes off and put 2 purses over those feet. That's a fun moment.
This was a salad bowl full of captions crunch,
Oh my lord.
goodness.
including comical music playing, slide whistle blows,
What was that for?
and my favorite, just the tiniest little parentheses, boing.
Boing. When Hannah put the purse on the chandelier, but also stretched her arms out as far as they could go, as if she's like this is a demon person. I need to get it away from me.
This purse is full of female sexuality.
Oh my God. So bad, so poorly done.
These poor women are so set up. If you had back-to-back days where you were told most extreme flexible posing contortionist possible and posing to sell a product, yes, these are the results you're gonna get.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nikisha.
Okay. The captions also crunched for me here because the captions for me said, if I pee on myself, but I thought she said if I pee up myself.
Had the exact same experience.
She went upside down. She went upside down, so she would have peed up herself.
I love the phrase peed up myself. I think there's something so fun about that. And I was like, captions, why did you take away that character moment? And also, I don't know, like, yeah, should you say that in front of a client? No. But at the same time, this felt like the most cash group challenge in some ways.
Yeah.
So I feel like Nikisha was literally just being chatty, like
She was just delivering a piss disclaimer.
That's
all.
Just socially awkward. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, she's
That's
a weirdo.
all it is.
she's just, I think it's both. I think she's kind of like, Top Model doesn't know what to do when one of these contestants has a weird personality.
Mm-hmm.
They really don't. And Nikisha, and you know what? I feel like sometimes they'll allow a white contestant to be weird. But you cannot be a contestant of color on this show and be a nerd, a dork, a weirdo. You just can't. We can't, like, they can't fathom that. And I just, like, it's as if they act like nerdy black culture doesn't exist.
Right? Alina does a Sailor Moon pose, just holding her purse.
I mean, I liked Alina's poses, to be fair. But she mostly won because she did the least extreme.
That's what I'm saying. But then Sheena comes up.
Oh my God.
And she's clearly been told how flexible and how great she is at this.
She is riding high from yesterday.
Yep. So she puts her leg behind her head. And I don't think this was that offensive. Puts the purse on the couch in front of her crotch. I think so that it wasn't being like, your pussy was out and that's why you're like disgusting. It was like modesty, actually, I thought.
I just didn't think it was that big a deal to pose with something in the V of your leg. Like, it's not like she was rubbing up on it.
No!
Especially something that, like, the words purse and bag can sometimes be associated with that part of the body.
Pocketbook.
So it felt like it could be, like, exactly. Now, that being said, when the camera starts at the purse and pans up and she is both winking and biting her tongue and the show gives her a sparkle in her eye.
They didn't give her a sparkle in the eye. They gave her a sparkle in her mouth as though she had a gold tooth. And added a
I laughed so hard because I was like, Sheena, if you're gonna do that, don't wink and stick your tongue out. You pick one of the three. Because that was what got me. Is like, I also didn't find the purse being in front of her crotch offensive either. But it was the face she made. So funny.
It's like, I see what you're going for. But putting the whole picture together.
Yeah, this is, again, I wish we'd seen pictures of this because they also only have the camera from one angle.
Yeah.
And I was like, what does the straight on of a lot of these actually look like? Because that's where the client was. But anyway, this is the most offensive thing Tarina's ever experienced.
And then Tarina, after they're all done, Tarina and Benny and Andrew are like, some of you were really disrespectful. And I literally wrote the note, now a warning? As though I was Meryl Streep from Death Becomes Her. Because no one was told this. No one was told this. Alina wins.
What does she? Oh, she gets that bag of jewels. Or
Sparkling jewels.
And what's so funny is Alina will never wear this. This was the worst person to give this to. Samantha would have lived for this.
Oh my God.
Those plastic earrings?
Yeah, from the mall. She'd be like, oh, a mall bag. Great.
I would like to take a moment and just praise Samantha's knee-high gym socks and shorts combo. Because I love it.
Samantha
I love it forever.
cute.
Samantha
so
dresses pretty
Frickin' Samantha
well.
is so freaking cute.
Welcome to our ugly home.
Reddit is back for a historically hideous season.
It's our 100th ugly house. This place is mayhem.
That is impressive.
And if these walls could talk,
Do you cry a lot?
I do.
they'd have a lot to say.
What in God's name is this pit?
Don't get too close.
You know, if you see the show, I'm a scaredy cat.
Ugliest House in America season premiere Wednesday at 8 on HGTV.
Go further with the American Express Business Gold Card. Earn 3 times membership rewards points on flights and prepaid hotels when you book through AmexTravel.com. Whether your destination is a business conference or a client meeting, your purchases will help you earn more points for future trips. Experience more on your travels with Amex Business Gold. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/business-gold. Amex Business Gold Card. Built for business by American Express.
I had that dream again. My small business needs to hire, but I don't use LinkedIn, and I hire wrong. So then I'm doing IT, and when I go to plug the servers in, they become sentient, and they won't let us access our network unless we forward their chain emails and memes to more and more and more people, and then I wake up.
Don't let hiring nightmares ruin your dreams. LinkedIn Jobs' new AI assistant finds and invites best fit candidates to apply, so you can discover talent you may have missed. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/quality. Start hiring today with LinkedIn.
So we get another Tyra screen that's, you want to be on top? Then you better start climbing that ladder. I'll say this. So far, and the next episode, because we've already watched that one, Tyra Mills have gotten back to the level that I like them being.
I agree.
Yeah.
This is like, it's a clue, but it's like so simple.
And short.
They just know that a ladder's involved. Great. And short, yeah, thank God.
Then we have another conversation where people are sitting in the living room and other people are like milling about.
And the white people try to frame this conversation as somebody getting as Hannah getting ambushed, when someone respectfully seeks out Hannah and says, "Hey, can you come talk to us in the living room?"
Yeah, we're talking basically, hey, they decide, because it's Jocelyn, Brittany, Sheena,
Nikisha.
and maybe also Nikisha, I think.
So
I just remember Jocelyn so heavy and Sheena so heavily because they get some great quotes, including your opening quote. But Jocelyn says something amazing, which is, it seems like Brittany's explaining the conversation that Sheena and she had with Hannah to Jocelyn. That's what I got out of it.
Yeah.
And then, this is so funny. Jocelyn goes, she sounds like she might be trying to be slick on the cool. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I don't know what you're saying, but I love what you said.
See, I immediately understood it. I was like, oh, she's trying to get by.
yeah,
She's trying to get one over on you.
Oh no, I actually understood it.
But I agree.
Never heard that phrase before.
Neither had I.
And that it was like Jocelyn and Sheena do this amazing thing where as they are talking, they are also having discovery. Like Jocelyn is explaining to Jocelyn what's happening. Sheena is explaining to Sheena what is happening. It's great.
Also, the peak irony of Hannah in the kitchen talking about people behind their back, talking about people talking behind her back. This whole thing of like, they don't want to come talk to me, blah, blah, blah. And then they're immediately like, hey, let's have a conversation. Like, let's all come together and have this conversation.
well, and just the language that gets used, the fact
It's
that
gross.
Hannah takes every opportunity to escalate a situation that all of these other women are trying to de-escalate.
Mm-hmm.
Because she says, when you start rumors about people, you murder their reputation slowly.
Yeah.
Murder, cool. And then they bring her in to have this conversation. And Jocelyn says, we've been talking about this. Are you prejudiced? And then Hannah responds, do you mean, am I racist?
Mm-hmm.
And Jocelyn's like, yeah, sure.
I didn't use that word. In fact, I was trying to be a little bit gentler and broader. Okay.
And then it, of course, turns into, how dare you call me racist?
That's the worst thing you can say to a person. No, it's not.
This is like, and then Hannah gives us the template for how to not apologize.
I was about to say, celebrities take note. Hannah did this work for you.
I'm sorry you feel that I'm racist and prejudiced, but now it's time for me to go to sleep. But thank you for critiquing me. That's cool.
Fuck off.
Every word incorrect. Just because this could have been a situation where Hannah could have been like, okay, I'll sit down with you. Let's chat about this.
Yes.
Please tell me what you're feeling. I want to get better. Like, this is an opportunity
They don't have apologies in Alaska.
Starts talking about how you know, how can you not give someone a chance to defend themselves, where they give her a chance
Multiple
to
times.
defend herself that she then summarily walks away from.
I was about to say, honestly, this group of contestants, I feel like couldn't have given Hannah more opportunities to course correct. And also, I feel like all of them, if Hannah, let's say there's a version of this where Hannah sat down, they talked, and she just said, I'm very sorry, I'll do better.
Yeah.
And then we saw her do better. She would have been heralded in the, you know what I mean? As like, look how good she did. But she can't even give them that.
What's kind of fascinating is if we compare this directly to last season, they are both immensely better about talking about race and prejudice, and immensely worse about being prejudiced and racist. Like,
interesting.
This idea of like, remember, it was just like, oh, no one knows how to talk about race. We're constantly having this talk about race. This group of women knows how to talk about race.
They do.
Well,
I mean, the people that are talking.
Yeah, it's just so hard to watch the Black women and the Asian woman in this house like
have the onus of education.
Yes, do all of this work, do all of this good work, and just get it shoved back in their faces.
Well, this is when Annalie and McKee take a break and go have to coddle Hannah
and Marjorie.
And I didn't see Marjorie.
Marjorie, you know, Hannah starts.
She makes the ambush comment.
Yes, Marjorie.
Oh,
she felt ambushed, and that like. And once again, Jocelyn being amazing, being like, I'm not going to talk to somebody else about this. I have things to say to her about, but I'm not going to talk to you about it.
Jocelyn is, and she, you know, couched herself as this at the audition, but Jocelyn is mature. Jocelyn is so like the opposite of socially awkward. Like she knows exactly how to socialize and converse for semi-complicated situations like this, where none of them are trying to hurt Hannah. In fact, the opposite has happened. They have been hurt by Hannah, and they are trying to be like, please stop hurting us. We're going to tell you what you're doing to hurt us.
I can't be the only one that audibly screamed, gasped when Hannah said the phrase gang rape and gang violence.
There is a moment where that's when McKee is talking to, which I found very surprising, but McKee is talking to Hannah, and McKee at first is kind of just, it seems like hearing Hannah's side of the story. Hannah says that, comparing that conversation to that, which it shouldn't have, I can't believe I have to say this, but is not comparable.
No.
And a wild language to use just across the board. And you can see McKee's face of just like, oh, I chose poorly. I feel like McKee wanted to do that Homer Simpson animated gif of going into a bush. It's like,
I just couldn't believe that was said.
Also, I realized it at this point. I'm shocked at no point Clark got involved in any capacity. Where was Clark?
Yeah, I have no fucking clue. This furthers the idea that Clark is a plant that just planted the seeds of this, and then like
maybe she's meeting with production right now.
Watch the racist garden grow.
Okay, better fun stuff. There's no way that they can actually hear Mr. J in that balloon, right?
In Samantha's words, I frickin' see this beautiful, huge, giant air balloon. An air balloon, you know.
And for once, she's talking about a balloon and not just Mr. J. Ha ha! Hot air. I will say this, though. We have another good actual reveal of just like, I could see them being like, oh, we're just looking at the balloon. That's cool. And then Mr. J pops up. And I'm like, 2 in a row.
Yeah.
Good reveal.
Also sort of combines this with a Survivor types challenge where she's like, I wonder if we fall off if we're allowed to get back on.
No.
I loved that. I love that. Mr. J says that sometimes modeling takes you to unobvious places. That's definitely a made up word, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay. Great. Wonderful. Also, one thing that's very funny that is one of those blink and you'll miss it. Mr. J actually rolls out and reveals that they're going to be on the ladder from the tire mill. They have to cut it out because it rolls out and at the very edge of the screen gets tangled and stops rolling. Mwah.
The photographer is Mike Ruiz.
But yes, Mike Ruiz and his arms.
His chest.
Just his person, I guess.
Is this the first time he's been on Top Model?
No, because they introduce him by saying he's actually even shot the contestants in cycle 5.
He did the superhero thing.
Yes.
Oh. Ooh.
But I love it's not even he's even worked with
Tyra.
He's even done a shot on the show before.
6 cycles ago.
Where's Masha?
Yeah. She was scared of balloons and she was like, no, thank you.
It was so strange to see Onda Tyrant without a Masha.
I didn't even, I've gotten to the point where I just thought that was their collective name.
It was their fashion brand.
Mashanda.
This was never going to be the plan, right? This was never going to be the plan of how we shot this photo?
I don't know.
I mean, there's a crane on site, right?
Oh, that's a good point.
I did love that they cut in the producers. Of course, safety is an issue here. Yeah, of course. Well, good. Good. I feel like we're taking safety seriously now.
Finally feel safe on Top Model.
But what's funny is, if let's say we do believe that they were going to shoot it with the hot air balloon in the ladder, right? And then they end up using just a much more steady crane with the ladder and being like, Lauren Bree, don't worry, you're not going to die. We're going to superimpose it.
Digitally composite.
I'm so sorry. Let me use the language of our beloved show.
Digimon Digital Monster.
But I'm just like, yeah, because now you're doing what you would do in a real situation.
Yeah. I didn't need Mr. J basically queuing up production to play Sheena's honky tonk core music.
I call this the trumpet strumpet theme.
Whoa!
She's a trumpet strumpet.
If there was a cartoon about musical instruments coming to life, I would love Strumpet Trumpet.
Can we, before we go too far past it, while Hannah is sitting gathering her thoughts to do the shoot, they get this like secret camera shot of her where there's this dirty mannequin head in the foreground and the camera is like peeking out past it. What were the
Someone got
operators
artsy
doing this episode?
Someone got artsy.
Hannah also said one good thing this episode, and that was, this is definitely my second photo shoot. Okay.
And what's funny is, that's even a little bit incorrect. Because I hear what you're saying, Hannah, but also
we
did have an audition episode with at least I would at least you could say collectively consider those one. I'd be okay if you're like third. Sure. Because one of those was just on a rotating platform where you did the robot. You don't want to count that one. That's not in your portfolio. I was like, oh, I'm so glad you're over it, Hannah.
Mm-hmm.
So glad that you're over what happened.
She's done some healing, thank God.
What's the opposite of doing the work? Because that is what Hannah is doing. The work is not continuing. How many of you gasped right after Nikisha's shoot when you saw her hair for the first time? And it was... The wind was blowing. Confirmed.
There's so much happening in this episode that there are some people that I can't remember are still in this house.
Oh no.
So many. Lauren Bree, Clark, Brittany. They don't do anything.
And Brittany was significant.
And Brittany was significant in one. But still, I'm like, oh, she's still here.
I also feel like specifically McKee, even though we've talked about her, is barely in this episode. I feel like specifically Clark is light in the edit of these upcoming episodes, which is interesting because did she just villain her way through 2 episodes and then just fully shut down, or is she such an awful person that they literally
can't show it?
But they say the meanest thing in the world to Clark, which is, you look 5'6". Wow. Devastating. Was Hannah the one who said that she was a fish out of water 24/7? Or she can't be. She was like, I can't be a fish out of water 24/7. Yes. I'm like, yeah, because that fish would be dead. That is a dead fish. I thought it was fun that they fucked up Brittany's hair and she got the screen time to say, I've got to get all this glue out of my hair.
Mm-hmm.
What did they do to her lovely hair?
Also, what did Sheena's shirt say?
Okay, let's discuss. Because of her cascading hair, it looks like it just says beater. But that's not centered. So was it a shirt that said wife beater, like we unfortunately used to and sometimes still call those A-shirts? But also, it doesn't feel like Sheena would wear that.
JW, if it said wife beater, there was a Y before beater. So it would actually say wifey beater.
No.
There was a Y before beater. I don't know what was before.
It can't say that then.
I don't think it's what it says, but I don't know what it says. And it was every time I saw it, I was just like, what the fuck is that shirt?
Listeners, tweet in.
What do you think Sheena's shirt said?
I just kept following that shirt, being like, okay, there's going to be a moment where her hair is going to part like the Red Sea, and I'm going to be able to see this. And I never got it.
So Tyra's photo. Tyra's bad at this. Tyra is bad at this. She's bad at taking photos.
That wig is bad at being a wig. I hope you all are ready for a top model math word problem.
Ooh.
I want you to notice Miss J's neck. It says 13. Last week, it said 14. From week to week, that number will get smaller and smaller.
So funny. I don't know if Nigel was just tired this episode, like he had just come from a shoot or something, because when Tyra introduces Nigel, he just goes, "Hi, ladies," plump, and his hand just like falls down. And I'm like, Nigel, do we need to take a 5? Do we need to get you a boost in some way?
Were you not feeling fine and sexy?
Oh, no.
And Tarina Tarantino of Totino's fame is the guest judge.
But now she's a pretty good judge.
She got coached between. I think Benny Ninja was like, hey, I just need to talk to you. This was not the look.
Hey, as someone who's become reoccurring, I want to help you.
Maybe.
Benny Ninja was just as bad during the posing judging. I will say, I love Benny Ninja, but
I
he
know.
was like shocked by a purse in front of a woman's crotch. So
Paulina looks, before we get into the photos, Paulina looks like a fembot.
Yes, exactly what I wrote down.
Maybe this was going to be her outfit for auditions, and she ended up not being able to get there.
I'm using it.
Just the shiniest outfit. Annalee's first.
Okay, so she gets destroyed for this photo, and I think it's perfectly good.
I do too.
I think so too. Her pose is like the hintest of boring, but her face is pretty good.
I thought this was a middling to above average photo.
Me too.
I don't know where these like crazy high, but you're a figure skater expectations are coming from.
And also, I feel like you can see her figure skating reference and ability in the photo.
Yeah.
This felt like they were looking at a different photograph. I was very confused.
Paulina says it looks like she's thinking about what she's doing rather than making them join the dream.
What did that mean? Maybe Paulina was high at this panel.
You guys don't, when you go to sleep, you don't just hop around to other friends' dreams and join them?
Can I join your dream?
Are you joining? It's like a waiting room for Zoom. It's just like JW wants to join the dream.
Or like Annalee joins the chat.
Exactly. We missed it, but I loved that when Annalee, who's the first one called forward, moves forward, like her name's called Nikisha, claps for her.
It was so cute.
I bet you she claps for everyone.
But again, I like her. Man, I like her.
Yeah.
What a weirdo.
Sam is next, and they continue the trend of giving her the ugliest dress in the world.
Yeah, this was the dress's fault.
Of course it was.
They do say that.
Yeah, but they act like shiny fabric is not your friend, so you have to make that work. And I want to be like, that just means you dress. Like Masha wasn't there, and so Anda was having to do too much work herself, and she missed Sam. That's fine, but like the pose and the face are quite good.
Yeah, I think her face and her arms look really good. I think the lower half of the body is a little awkward.
Fair enough.
I think it's awkward because her hands are doing like bloop. That's my least favorite. I don't like the hands because it looks like she's just going like, hello. They're all crooked, and I don't like the hands. But
like
I think
she's about to take flight as a bird.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, we're gonna give her the ugly 80s dress in this gross pink again. I don't get what's going on with how we style her. Hannah is next. I don't know what this face is.
And to me, it truly just looks like because of the wind and everything, she couldn't open her eyes, and this is the face that we ended up with. Because I actually don't mind the straight out arm. I thought it was kind of interesting just because of how far away she made her body from the ladder.
But
that's her thing, though.
Balanced with the other arm just
down so close. Side. Yeah, I agree.
That's a fair point.
I was not a fan of this photo.
No, I also don't. They like her face, and it's crazy.
Yeah.
Nikisha is next.
And this is where I asked, did the entire panel get replaced by Whitney? Because the way they talk about a skinny woman really makes it seem that way.
What was cut out of this conversation?
So Tyra goes, I'm going to ask you a really personal question. And at that moment, I was like, no, whatever this is, no, stop. And they ask, what are your eating habits? Which is one of the stupidest ways to like phrase that. And then Nikisha's answer is basically like normal.
But then we hard cut to Miss J talking about all sorts of stuff. And then we have Isis in the back being like, mm-hmm. And I'm like, what?
Well, it's just because Miss J listed a lot of delicious food and, people reacting because food is good. But
I'm just saying the editing was weird.
Yeah. I think what happened was this conversation was probably a lot worse.
Yeah.
And then Miss J is trying to save it with a funny like wrap up.
But what it makes it seem like is that Miss J is like shading Nikisha, which I don't think happened because I think we're trying to make Tyra look better.
Well, that must be why they left in Paulina saying that Nikisha looks like a paper bag with pipe cleaners coming out of it.
And she just doesn't look that much skinnier than anybody else.
Not than Hannah, who was just standing up there.
Oh, I mean, maybe she's a little slighter than everyone else.
I think it's the dress that is the problem.
It is 2 photos in a row of Nikisha where I just think her face is so gorgeous. I also think that she takes makeup extremely well.
That is true. I'm not a super fan of her face in this photo, but I agree that her face takes makeup really well. And I think this is just kind of a middle of the road photo.
Yeah, it is not nearly as bad as they critique it for.
I agree with that. I don't love her face in this just because it's so far back, and it also was last week. And I feel like she needs to tip her head forward, but it's not nearly as bad as they're making it out to be.
I just can't get over how much eyeshadow she can take and how much lipstick she can take.
Yeah.
She's like the opposite of Yuvi. Like, you know how Yuvi couldn't take any makeup? Like, Nikisha's just like, got a bucket, dunk my head in this paint, and it'll still look gorgeous. Like, she could just take so much makeup.
Lauren Brie is next.
And I mean...
it's a really good photo.
It is very good. It's not my cup of tea. I'm not discrediting this photo.
I'm surprised by that, though.
I don't think it's top 5 in top model history.
No.
But I do think it's an extremely good photo. I think she's modeling the shit out of this photo is what I will say.
I agree with that. I think for me, it's just, if we're going to talk about people losing their like length, like their body, like there were things in this photo that I think they could have rightfully been like, and it would have been helpful if they were like, hey, this was great, but like make sure that like your body
lean
isn't
back a little bit and point
exactly.
that bottom toe.
Yeah. Because it's a little, while I think the overall picture is pretty cool, I think by basically telling her, well, this is the best photo we've ever seen ever is not helpful because I don't think that's true. But I think it's quite good.
I think it's quite good. And I think her eventual call out placement is quite fair.
Yes, I would agree with that because I think comparatively to everyone else's, it's by far the best.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think sometimes hyping her up is going to be actually that helpful.
Yeah.
Well, as we'll see, I think, if I remember her storyline correctly.
Her face looks amazing.
Yeah, and she's modeling through hair that is like stuck to her lips.
Everywhere.
McKee is next.
I love that McKee and eventually Isis as well. Both of them give a very different emotion to their photos. Actually, Brittany does too. I kind of like when someone did something besides just fierce. I love that. I love McKee. McKee's does create a story in my head of just someone who's just like escaped from something and is like
she's being
very
rescued.
Pleased with herself. Yeah, or something like that. When Paulina says that she's a combination of Poison Ivy and the Joker, I was like, no, she's just Poison Ivy because she has red hair and they gave her a green dress.
Yeah, and green eyeshadow. Yeah.
To be fair, she has a big mouth, and maybe that's what.
Is that the Joker reference, you think?
I think that's the idea. It's just
I didn't
like
get it at all.
I don't get it either. I'm saying to give the tiniest credit. It's like McKee does have quite a large mouth.
It's just funny that I feel like they didn't praise this one very much, even though I think it's quite successful.
Yeah, I really like it.
I don't like the feet in this photo. I think the feet are weird, but I think the photo is pretty good.
Yeah.
I like that I like that direct eye contact.
Me too.
She's one. Some of these are good in a long shot, and when you get a close up, it's like, eh. Hers is pretty good in a close-up, too, which is nice.
Yes.
Yeah. Clark is next.
Okay, what photo are they looking at?
They were looking at a different photo.
This is awful. And I'm not just saying that because Clark seems like a real bud of a person. I'm saying that because this is bad.
It looks like an in-between posing shot.
Yes.
Looks like she was moving from one pose into another pose.
Yeah.
Clark has not taken a single good photo.
And her hair looks bizarre.
Possessed.
And I know she can't really control that, but that doesn't help.
This shoe is driving me up the wall.
This is so odd that this gets praised, though, because this is a clunker.
She looks 2 feet tall.
Well, 5'6", the worst of all insults.
Isn't the point to let the dress blow in the wind and she's like clutching it in her one hand?
It's just falling flat.
Yeah. Ugh.
And her face is bad.
Her face is the worst part of it.
I don't understand what's going on.
Also, they tell Clark that basically she's wearing too much makeup. And yeah, probably. And she describes it as like bronzer and powder, I think. But I just mention it now because it leads to a pretty fun Miss J bit later.
Isis is next. I really like Isis's face.
I love the whole photo.
I do too. I think it's really good. I don't know what's going on with Paulina this week.
I think it ends up probably being Isis's most successful photo.
I will give Paulina once again the tiniest bit of credit. I think that her arms should have just been slightly more activated because I think it would have added a little bit more power. But I think she looks great in this photo. I think the dress is being sold.
Yes.
I think it looks like she's climbing up or like just grabbed on to the ladder.
Well, this is the second week in a row where I think Isis has really succeeded into injecting story into the photo.
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I think her face looks great framed by the, like, she was like, oh, I'm going to frame my face.
I do too.
And I don't hate that there's armpit in this photo because it seems purposeful.
Mm-hmm. I couldn't get over the fact that they gave this so little positive critique. And I legit probably would have put it in my top 3 or 4. Like, I love this photo. And I think her face looks excellent.
Now, do I think Isis looks bad at panel always? Yes.
I don't hate these shorts.
They're
I'm gonna come out
fine.
and say it.
You
pair those shorts with some black heels and a black tank top and you pull your hair back, I think you're fine.
Well, I think it's often Isis needs to get to makeovers.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
She just needs a new hair.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Just one perfect strand of hair.
Marjorie is next. Now, I think this is actually my favorite photo.
Oh, really?
Okay. Ooh.
I did not like this photo.
I don't like the face, but I liked all of the body. And of course, like Tarina said, I liked the kind of, she lucked into an amazing shape with the scarf.
The ribbon dancing moment is cool.
Yes.
And she was playing with it in her photos. Like she helped create that for sure.
I do not like the face.
Me either.
I agree that I agree. The face is not good. What I like about this is it looks like she's like an adventurous aviatrix. Like it feels very, and I think that has to do with like the shape of her face more so. And like obviously the scarf and stuff, but it very reads to me like I'm a 1930s billionairess and I'm going around the world, kind of, and solving mysteries, kind of.
I'm leaving my family to find the gold. I get that.
I don't think it's the most successful. I just think it's a cool photo and the story of it.
Yeah, I'm also just annoyed because I think Marjorie is generally getting overpraised.
I agree with that. Alina is next. Y'all, why are her eyes so far back? They are so high in her head.
They just put so much makeup around her eyes, though. Also.
Yeah, it's a makeup thing, right?
Yeah.
Like it's creating a really odd illusion.
Yeah.
It looks like she's about to have a seizure, or she's about to Rebecca back onto her weave.
I liked this photo. I like when Nigel is like, "I just hope you're in control of this photo." I'm like, how is this clearly not her doing?
I will say that was a nonsense critique because she's one of the people that is clearly holding her entire body up on the side here. For me, it's a very like 6th, 7th place kind of photo just because I think the body's good. I like that she's straight to camera. I think unfortunately her hair doesn't work for me.
The hair
is
horrible.
I think it's one of the simplest poses, which I don't think works as well as like an ISIS moment did.
Yeah.
I just love straight onto camera though.
I agree with that.
How much she's holding her body upright actually gives it a lot of character also, I think.
Cool. Yeah.
Yes. I think also she does what Clark doesn't do, which is sits and still makes her body look very long.
Shouldn't we all try to do what Clark doesn't do?
Yes.
This is also the moment, I think, where they decide to ruin Alita.
Yep. So then Sheena comes up for judging, and Miss J says that she looks like Victoria Secretions. They said that to her face.
Yeah. First of all, if you're going to say that, say it in private panel.
Yes.
Second.
Exactly.
Now, do I think, because they've done this to so many contestants, that telling her, hey, I think you'd look better in a jean, a little less makeup. They've told so many people less makeup, more natural. I don't think that was bad for Sheena to hear. And as you'll see in the next episode, she really takes on this critique. But you can feel through your television screen how sick Sheena is of basically being called a hoe every week.
Yep.
And she's done nothing to deserve that. And it's starting to really affect her photos, as we'll see, because she's trying so hard to play against that she is trying to be the softest model that's ever existed, which is limiting her range.
I don't think the photo's that bad.
I don't either.
I like it. I think sometimes I could not tell with any of these models how they were holding on. And they made such a big deal of like, is she holding it with her butt cheeks? And I'm like, she's clearly not. Like,
that bothered me so much.
She's straddling a rung of the ladder. That's not unheard of. And a lot of them did something like that.
Strength.
Yeah. Now, am I saying that Kegels might have helped? Sure.
You could say that about practically any situation.
Of course. Yeah, absolutely.
Paulina asks Sheena about her breasts because, and I don't think Paulina is necessarily, I don't think we needed to have this conversation here.
No.
But I will agree that Sheena's breasts aren't overly big, but they are very placed. And I think that we're really seeing it in this dress because we're seeing so much side boob.
The dress is pretty low on her in general, too. I would say even like front boob.
So she goes, no, and walks back for later.
Yeah. Part 1 of 2.
To be continued. Dun, dun, dun.
It's a tweet where you do like 1/2. Like, oh, there's going to be another tweet.
Brittany is next.
I'm just going to say it right now. I found my person I'm apologizing for every week. I love Brittany's photo. I love this photo. And it's different. It is different than the rest.
No, it's not different from every Brittany photo we'll ever see, which is prom engagement.
I think she's gorgeous in it. Sorry.
I think she is a gorgeous person. I don't think she knows how to model.
I like the emotion in her face. This one for me is the opposite of a lot of these, where I think the body does not have a lot of impact, but I think the face tells a lot of story.
Me too.
I think the face does. I think this body is the most nothing of a body. It just reads to me. I think part of it's the dress and the way she's holding the fabric is very engagement photo, and you got engaged to a circus performer.
I really like the story that my brain filled in was very much like a Casablanca, I have to leave my lover for the good of the nation kind of thing.
And again, when we can put any story together for any of these, I think it's a more successful photo. And I just think she looks so great in pictures.
And maybe that's why her pictures don't excite me, is because Brittany delivers very like, you can put whatever story you want into this picture. I don't think Brittany brings a ton to a picture.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Finally, Jocelyn looks stunning.
You know who brings a lot to a picture?
Human sunshine, Jocelyn.
This photo came on screen, smacked me in the face, and I woke up 3 days later.
I can't tell you a bad thing.
This is the first thing that has ever had the right to be called fierce. What? How? This is amazing. The way she's holding it's amazing. The way the fabric ended up. Her straight on face.
Oh my God.
Is
George.
Impeccable.
And talk about fabric that's not your friend for the dress itself.
Right?
That is blousy as hell, and she looks amazing.
She looks obviously very pretty, model-esque in person.
Sure.
But how she photographs, shocking to me.
She photographs like every top 90s model. And I'm not saying that as a read. I'm saying she knows how to model. She doesn't have to do she doesn't have to try hard. She just can model. She is model.
And Tyra's kind of given her that feedback before of like, you remind me of models back in my day. And I think that is kind of what it is, as much as they want. I feel like both Samantha and Jocelyn have a little bit of like, you're a great model, but you remind us of the kind of modeling from a different era.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Yeah. But this photo
stunning.
Gave Lauren Brie a run for her money.
Mm-hmm.
I think, yeah.
Would this have been your top, Alexander? I'm interested to hear.
Jocelyn is my top. I cannot tell you a single thing wrong with Jocelyn's photo.
She's also, it seems like, way higher on the ladder than everybody else. Everyone else got up a couple of rungs. Jocelyn was like, I will climb the whole thing.
Jocelyn, this is how smart Jocelyn is. She knew her dress was terrible with the fabric, and she knew it was going to like flit her up. And so she has the other fabric attached so that we're still getting that up. I love this sort of
it's super smart to swing the fabric up instead of down like so many of the other models did, because it just makes you look taller.
Yep. Oh, she looks 7 feet tall. So good.
So part 2, Sheena comes up.
Can I come fourth?
Come forth, Sheena.
Caps has tried to correct it.
Well, that's the thing is Sheena took the fourth that Benny should have said when putting effort forward. And she was like, that didn't get said earlier. So now I'm going to use it. So funny. And
I just find Sheena so endearing when she's like, I got to get something off my chest.
So cute.
You know who's the worst?
Mr. Nigel Barker.
Those fucking golf claps.
With that face.
He just seems so offended the entire time. Now, is it better or worse than Paulina's sarcastic knowing nod and Tyra's like, you know what's really beautiful? You know what's really beautiful? Honesty.
And actually, Sheena, I did already know, which is really beautiful, because I had that beautiful knowledge, and then you gave us that beautiful knowledge again.
This also, literally, my other favorite part about Sheena was when Nigel goes, so they aren't real? And she goes, no, of course not. Like, are you fucking kidding? Look at my breasts. They're not real.
What else would I be talking about right now, though?
And then even when Tyra says, like, I knew, Sheena says again, of course you knew. Of course you knew. Anyway, private panel.
Which girl is going to go up, up, up and away?
So now I guess you should have jumped off the balloon, Samantha.
Speaking of Samantha, they say all of a sudden she's showing potential. Why did you let her on the show?
Remember when you all loved her at her interview?
I'm going to say that so far, Samantha has shown nothing but potential.
Nigel thinks Hannah is charming.
I will say in panel, she's probably pretty charming. We're seeing the house Hannah.
Here's my thing, though. I don't think there's a huge difference between Hannah and Nikisha at panel. And you pointed this out, JW, because Hannah is white. It's charming on her instead of Nikisha, who, she's probably that skinny because she talks so much.
Nigel was like, hey, I saw the dailies where Hannah was a real racist. I'm going to also like jump in on this.
Also, if talking lost you calories, y'all, I'd be 90 pounds. So, okay. There's a lot of dumb prop humor on Top Model, but this is probably the best use of it.
It was a true surprise.
This was great.
How did Miss J get this, though?
He just wiped Tyra's leg.
You know what it was? It was that Bree was hiding under the table and just handed it up.
Now, canonically, for the rest of every cycle, Bree is always in tables. I love that. So, Robertson. So, if you don't know what we're referencing, they're talking about Clark and how she wears too much makeup. And Miss J pulls out a rag that has like 15 foundation colors.
As though he's Hedwig from Hedwig and the Angry Inch.
It is legitimately one of the most purposely funny things that they've ever done in Private Panel. And like, this is a good joke because it's not offensive at all.
What is offensive? Saying that Isis looks very common. What the fuck?
I kind of don't know what they're referencing. Like, part of me is like, I guess they're talking about her mall look because they really critiqued the outfit this week. I don't know. Also, I just can't get over the fact that they didn't like Isis's photo. I don't understand.
I don't get it. Also, but Miss J and Tarina love Isis's photo, which is then summarily dismissed.
Tarina actually agreed with a lot of what the three of
Three
us
of us
agreed
were
with,
saying.
which
True.
is why I think we're like, oh, she's pretty cool in judging.
In judging, she's great. I was offended by the use of Ropo.
Uh-huh.
I've never seen a joke fall more flat because then they have to edit the transition right after her bombing that joke. Also, have you all got your applications in for Top Model Advanced Prep School?
That was last season.
Exactly. Did she forget what cycle we were in?
We're aliens and or
We are in
robots.
space.
All right. Call out.
Lauren Bree, first call out.
Which, again, I would have given it to Jocelyn, but she not undeserved.
Alina, second call out?
Jocelyn should have been second.
Jocelyn,
if you're not giving her first.
Yeah, Jocelyn is third.
Mm.
Then Marjorie,
Mm-hmm.
which I like.
I would still, yeah.
Then McKee.
Mm.
Then Sam. And I don't understand how, I don't think it's Sam's fault, but I don't think Sam should have been that far up.
Mm.
Then Sheena with the most shook face when they call her name.
Yeah, they even give it a little sound effect.
Honesty is beautiful.
Well, I think this is interesting. I think this is the first time that some sort of moment happened in panel that you could see them wanting to do the top model gross thing of teaching a girl a lesson by putting her in the bottom two. And Sheena, being very wise, was like, oh, they're going to do this to me. I'm probably going to be in the bottom two, but not go home.
Yeah.
And so I think she was truly surprised by not bottom two placement. So I can see it in Sheena's mind. Sheena, who is so wise, is like, I'm going to be in the bottom two, and Tyra's going to start and being like something about like, wow, Sheena, we just don't know. Can you stop the hoochie? But you know what is beautiful? Honesty. Here's your photo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
For sure.
The narrative is right there for Tyra to do it.
Hannah is after Sheena.
And there's lots of editing shenanigans in every reality TV show, but I'm pretty sure that cut to Brittany and the face that Brittany made after Hannah was called was what was happening in the moment.
I agree.
I would have made. So
Brittany, yeah, that side eye was a legitimate moment.
Then Clark. How?
Bottom two for me.
Uh-huh.
Then Brittany. And then Anna Lee out the third from the bottom.
I don't know what they're trying to do to Annalie, especially this early in the competition.
Which leaves Isis and Nikisha at the bottom.
Okay, I'm going to say it right now. None of us would have put Isis in the bottom.
No.
I can find justification for Nikisha in the bottom.
Yeah.
Especially since they just don't seem to like her, frankly.
No.
And but for me, it'd have been Clark, Nikisha, Clark goes home.
Mm.
Yeah.
Clark had the worst pick. She just did, right? Like,
Yeah.
we all agree that
And
that's the worst picture.
She's not fun in panel. She doesn't make up for it with anything else.
And she got critiqued.
Yeah.
Like there's reason to put her in the bottom. I don't, the ADR about you need to listen, I think was clearly about her being too skinny. I think they're trying to
interesting
erase the conversation they were having about her body with like, you need to listen, because that was not a thing. Again,
this becomes one of the most, for me, iconic eliminations. And the angriest Tyra's ever been at someone who's being so genuine.
Cute.
So I was like, I liked, this is just this. Okay. Oh, let's just get into it. I loved it so much. Also, I wanted to mention that Brittany and Isis started holding hands when it was down to the bottom six, which was very sweet. I've never seen any contestants like comfort each other that early.
So Isis stays and Nikisha says, Isis, I love you. And every time it's always something different. And I completely understand. I guess maybe I'm going to be an anesthesiologist. And then Tyra says, and that's why you're going home too. Because you said you're just going to be an anesthesiologist.
But I was joking.
There's truth in jest, Nikisha. It's a joke. Truth in jest.
Now, this is Isis's moment. So we're going to have you be quiet for a little bit.
She also at some point just goes, it's just sad. And I'm like, it is sad, Nikisha.
She's sad. She's sad.
Also, is it Isis's moment just in the sense that like...
It's not really.
I know Tyra started this thing of giving a little like pep talk real quick to the person who's saved, but it's Nikisha's moment.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I don't think Isis wants to prolong this.
Yeah. So then... I can't get over this. Tyra says more BS to Nikisha about talking too much and this, that, and the other. And Nikisha's
And
just
you
like,
learned a lot in this competition.
Also, all right, you give me, like, she gives her permission to hug her, which, gross.
And then Nikisha says that she's sad that Miss J didn't get to see her runway walk.
Then Tyra says, okay, come on, out you go.
And then, like, does she pat her on the butt to get her to start walking, or did I make
No,
that
I think that happened.
And then she does a perfectly plausible walk that Miss J decides, this woman who's leaving the competition, let's critique her.
I took it. I'm going to give him some gentle credit because I think he kind of liked Nikisha.
Yeah.
My favorite banks give me gentle credit.
I think he was like, hey, I'm not going to give you a critique. If I can give you one critique out the door, it would be to pick up speed.
Okay. I just also felt like, she's already eliminated.
I don't know. I kind of liked that he took it seriously.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I hate that it just doesn't seem like she got to hug the girls.
Yeah.
No, she didn't.
Yeah.
And I hate the way we shade her after she goes. Because normally we would just jump to, where is Nikisha now? But production decided to fade her out, and then there's a ticking clock sound.
The shadiest ticking clock.
And then they just edit her to keep talking. Because clearly she knew she was faded out at this point, and she knew she just should stop talking. And so they have her talk over
the fade out, the credits, everything.
It's so rude.
It is iconic, though.
I was about to say, it is shady. It is rude. I don't think she deserved that much mocking. Did I cackle laugh?
Yes.
Yes, I did.
It is it's up there with Vanjie.
Yes.
It's
also up there for when Jade snapped out of existence.
Yes.
I kind of wish more girls got unique send-offs like this. It's kind of fun.
It's just, I didn't understand the story of Nikisha talks too much. I think Nikisha is awkward and doesn't always get into conversational rhythms with people.
Yeah, she's a little bit of a babbler. I could see that.
Sure, but this show is full of babblers.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so this is a fun update for Nikisha.
Yay! She's an anesthesiologist.
She's got a great name, but it is the name of someone we don't like because her name is Nikisha Clark, but Clark with an E.
Oh, the correct way.
Maybe that's why Clark came in real hard with that not with an E thing. Not like Nikisha. There's not a lot on Nikisha, except if you search for her with ANTM, you're going to get two things. One, I'm going to talk about a lot because it's pretty incredible, which is her reality TV world interview. And this is maybe the best one we've ever gotten in terms of reveals. Also, if you search for her, you're going to get a lot of Reddit posts of people being like, so I rewatched and Nikisha got treated really poorly. I don't understand why. And so it feels like we've all collectively, the gas has dissipated from the lit room, So there's 3 topics she talks about of interest. But
we're just going to let that go. We're just going to let that go by.
That you don't have any old-timey lamps. I would worry for your safety.
Wait, what did I say? I'm confused.
Just taking the light out of the gas-filled room.
Oh, I guess I would kill myself. I just I'm the miner who doesn't understand why you put a canary down there. I'm just like, but wouldn't that be bad for the canary?
You're blind anyways. It doesn't matter.
All right, 3 topics she talks about in this reality TV world interview. Tyra, Isis, and Hannah. All fun takes. So on Tyra, all right, Nikisha said, kind of speaking of why they didn't have that conversational rhythm. I think maybe that's why we clashed. She's outspoken. I'm outspoken. She loves to talk. I love to talk. And when 2 people love to talk, no one ever hears what the other person is saying. I think that was probably the problem. Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Truly accurate and clear-eyed in a way that Tyra will never be about herself.
Oh, no.
Isis, she admits she had to overcome, meaning Nikisha knew that she had to overcome some initial stereotypes. She says, where I'm from, a lot of people don't believe in. And then in brackets, it says sex changes. So I don't know what she actually said or its content.
Sure.
Maybe just don't believe in that. And they had to clarify it. They think it's wrong. But Isis convinced me. I believe her. I believe she's a woman. I believe she felt she was a woman. You know what? If she says she's a woman, she's a woman. Who am I to say she's not one? Not perfect wording, but I will say not a bad take.
No, it's realistic, unfortunately, of just sometimes you need to meet people, which is why representation is so important.
That's why one might say representation matters. Not only for the people, but for other folks too.
Yeah.
I just also from a completely queer LGBTQ perspective, I think so often, I wish more people just adopted, like, if this person says they're gay, they're trans, they're non-binary, whatever it may be, who am I to say they're not? Yeah. Like, that is the simplest thing. You don't always have to do so much work to get there.
It doesn't affect me at all. Anything.
Exactly.
Right. And she also just really liked ISIS. She said some stuff about ISIS is cool, blah, blah, blah. On Hannah, they cut out that Nikisha went and hugged her after that conversation and said, look, I'm not trying to attack you. I didn't mean to attack you. And Hannah told me that she was fine and that it was fine. And we just really wanted to know how she felt because there were way too many incidents.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And spoiler, Brittany's interview says something very similar and even more specific. So they cut out all these women of color apparently trying to comfort Hannah, apparently and also that this apparently happened lot from Hannah.
Yep.
That's really not surprising.
It's not surprising. Love that we got to hear it straight from Nikisha's mouth.
Yeah.
I didn't remember Nikisha at all, and I loved her.
No.
Loved her.
Yeah, that's literally my feeling. And the show did her dirty.
Delightful.
She should have been given a couple more episodes, I think. And honestly, I think Tyra eliminated her because she just didn't like her talking.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool that she was able to carve out the space for herself to be weird while she was there.
Yeah.
Like, the show was not able to completely flatten her.
Well, I think that they took her, like, kookiness in auditions to be like, oh, she's high energy and sassy. And, oh, we love that. Not as what she was, which was a kind of a weirdo in like
dork.
the coolest way.
Full dork.
Yeah. But like her, like, hey, and the like, it was just because she's like awkward and.
She definitely did that once, and production was like, "That's all we're gonna make you."
Yep.
That's what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, she managed to get who she really is on screen and take up more room than they wanted her to take up. Which
yes.
And in the grand tradition of people that we say we would want to be friends with in real life, add Nikisha to that list. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Seems so, it'd be great on a board game night. Nikisha Clark.
And if you think we'd be great at a board game night, you should rate, review, and subscribe. We love hearing from you. All your hot takes, iced tea. Leave us a review on Apple iTunes, Podchaser. Follow us on Spotify. Just click that button. You can even now, I've learned, you can have it so Spotify will alert you when a new episode. So if like you're not great about like remembering, which how could you not be? You can just have a little thing that be like, Spotify's ready. Podleadum's here. You can also reach out to us at podleadum.com to send us an email or a handwritten letter. Love those.
I do want to can we give two quick shout outs to social media folks? One's a tweet from Mrs. Bad Crumble. I love that. I just discovered your podcast and I can't believe it took me so long. Barely into cycle 3 at the moment, so it's going to take me a while to catch up. I adore y'all. I have never listened to a podcast that made me burst into laughter so often. Thank you for this. Thank you, Mrs. Bad Crumble.
Love your name.
Yeah. And then we also had someone email us their own conspiracy theory. Paul, who has a conspiracy theory about the audition episode of Cycle 11. Paul believes there were more than 3 Britneys because
I love this.
I did too.
Tyra never said 3. She said a lot of Britneys, all the Britneys. And how devastating is it for unnamed Britney to apparently be the one Britney that didn't get it?
My favorite was all 3 of them were Britneys. So there were 6 Britneys.
Just if you didn't get a Tyron, it's just because the Tyrons were tired of saying Britney.
Brittany.
You can find me anywhere at Yet Charming.
Come say hey on Instagram at Hannah Jane Ginsburg.
And I'm on Twitter at JW Crump.
And be sure to use the hashtag PodLeadum anytime you do so that I can see them. I like things easy. So for PodLeadum, I have been Brittany Alexander Price.
I'll be Hannah Brittany Ginsburg.
And I'm about to go pee up myself. It's JW Crump.
We'll see you on top.
PodLeadum is not endorsed by America's Next Top Model, Tyra Banks, 10x10 Entertainment, or any of their subsidiaries. It is intended for entertainment and informational purposes only. America's Next Top Model and all names, pictures, and audio clips are registered trademarks and copyrights of their respective trademark and copyright holders.